Would you like a receipt?
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm at the Mango Vista. They're saying we're going to have a El Nino winter. This is Juicy Peach, getting ready for winter. I didn't know what that meant, so I had to Google it. And based off of the information I got, it's going to be wet and cold. They said it's going to start to get really cold come January, going into February. And today's December 1st. They said December's not going to be too bad. And today's temperature, we're in the high 70s. This is ladyfinger banana. You can tell with the red stems. This one gets tall and stays skinny. So it's going to be wet and cold, which is good news for me here, because as long as the ground stays wet, that'll prevent the frost from sticking. Because if the bottom of these trees, like this tropic snow peach here, which can definitely handle the frost no problem. I'm actually surprised it still got its leaves, because we're still warm. Normally it would have dropped all its leaves by now, but high 70s are not going to do it. But let me use the Kerry for example here. This is the Kerry mango. So if it's raining while we're in the low 30s, the whole ground here is going to be nice and wet. So what happens is, come throughout the night, early morning, that's going to heat up this area here. So the heat's going to start going up, and it's not going to allow the frost to stick. Or if it's raining while it's in the low 30s, frost is not going to stick. By the time the sun comes up, we're in the clear. So as long as it stays wet, I'm okay with that. I think we got a really good shot of not damaging the trees, because if it's dry and we're in the low 30s, high 20s, we get that hard freeze, and the freeze sits on these mango leaves and damages them. And not only on the leaves, on the tips. So let's see if I can. So let's say right here, what happens is the frost sits on these leaves, and it also sits in here where the buds would shoot out, where your flowers come out of. Well, all that, when the frost sits there, it kills this whole thing. So as soon as that tip gets frost damage, that's it. There's no mangoes for you that season. So that's what you want to prevent. That's why some nurseries, when it's going to get down into the high 20s and they know they're going to get that hard freeze, they'll turn their sprinklers on, so this just stays wet and it doesn't allow the frost to sit. So going back to the El Nino, if it's going to be wet and cold, that's cool. So that's a good thing. So let's just hope that that's exactly what happens. Let's hope it stays wet and cold. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Not sure if you guys heard about it. Let me know what you think. This is ice cream mango. It's got some sooty mold on it, which can wash right off. I'm not worried about it. Doesn't prevent it from flowering. So yeah, let me know if you guys heard anything. I haven't covered anything or done any winter preparation yet. I was gonna wait to do some things, you know, until we start getting into the 30s, because the 40s are not going to do anything to these tropicals. It's really going to be when we get into the 30s, and then we get those spikes where we get to the high 20s. So last year it was December when we got into the high 20s. It's like in the mid-December. So doesn't look like we're going to get that because it's so warm out here. I don't think we're going to get into the 30s in December. It's probably going to be January, so I'll wait till then to really get prepared, start putting some lights in the greenhouse, and maybe get some covers out for some of the trees. So we'll see what happens. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.